Morning Jabbers, how the devil are you? Well, excellent, me too, thanks for asking. I have been busy this morning already. Obviously you saw that I went down to the gym, did a cardio session, had a really good stretch, which I feel great for afterwards. I still need to have a shower, but I had some work I had to crack into, so sat down, done that, took me an hour. And now I'm going to have a quick shower. I've had some breakfast already, going to make myself a coffee, and then crack into some of the most dull work in the world ever. This is the worst word. It's like swearing at me. It's really difficult for me to actually even say it. I'm going to do my accounts. Oh, I hate that word. It's so boring. Going through receipts, looking at how much you've spent, and typing it into a spreadsheet. Man alive, it is the dullest job on the planet. But it has to be done because, yeah, well, the tax year is coming up fairly soon. I'm actually already a year ahead on my tax, but I like to stay ahead of myself. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Do my tax. Funnily enough, do Susanna's tax as well because I do hers, which is great. And then I'm coaching tonight. So let's see what else the day has in store for us. It is another gloriously sunny but cold day outside. Look at all that, look at that. It's absolutely beautiful out there. Really gorgeous sunshine, just freaking cold. Okay, that's those jobs done. I really hate doing accounts, but they're all done and dusted, and Susanna's are all done and dusted as well. It's kind of something I learned from business coaching. They gave us a sheet. It's almost like doing your to-do sheet at the start of the day. So when you have got all your jobs that you need to do at the start of the day, you put the things that you really, excuse my French, fucking hate at the top of the list, because those are the ones you've got to do first. Because if you get those out of the way, the rest of the day is a breeze, an absolute breeze. So always put the thing that you don't want to do at the top of the list. In other words, swallow the frog. Who wants to swallow a frog? Nobody does. Not even Fun for Louis when he was doing Food for Louis, but I thought he'd have said, yes, let's swallow a frog, because he wouldn't want to do it. So what you do is you swallow the frog, and then you've got everything else that you can concentrate on throughout the day, all the stuff you enjoy. So I've got some more editing I need to do now. I need to edit yesterday's vlog as well. These are things I enjoy doing, but I've got the most important jobs and the ones I hate doing so much out of the way already. So I don't need to worry about that now. I can just go, and relax. Maybe even think about wandering out, getting a coffee, wandering back and cracking into editing the vlog. It's a really cool way of doing it. So if you ever make to-do lists, always put that one thing you don't want to do at the top of it, definitely. So far so good then. It's been a productive morning, got a load of stuff done, and yeah, I think this afternoon I have a plan of attack. I've moved coaching a little bit earlier, so we're going to do circuit training with Joe a little bit earlier tonight. So I'm going to put him through his paces, which is going to be great fun. I know exactly what I'm going to do with him already, and hopefully he's going to be sick. And between now and then, I am going to go and get a free coffee and then come home and write some really cool email marketing campaign stuff. I do a lot of email marketing campaign work with what I do as a business, and I have a pretty cool idea with some stuff for December, but December starts tomorrow, so I need to get cracking. Okay, back home in the warm. I do get a lot of people still asking, how do I get my free Waitrose coffee? So obviously, if you live in America, you don't have Waitrose. You can't get a free Waitrose coffee. However, if you live in the UK, you can if you shop at Waitrose. So basically what they do is they have a special card. Let me get my card out, I can show you it. So it's a bit worn, but I have a Waitrose card. And it's a bit like a family voucher kind of card, a bit like a Tesco card, but you don't get points every time that you use it. What you do get though is them following your shopping, looking at what you buy, helping you with savings, and also along with that, each day you can get yourself a free tea or coffee to take away. Or if you go into the canteen, the cafe area, you can get a free tea or coffee there, as long as you're buying something else. So if you're buying like lunch or a coffee, like a cake or a coffee for somebody else perhaps, you get your free coffee. So that's how you get one. You go onto the Waitrose website, you get one of those cards sent to you through the post, and then you use the card to get yourself free tea and coffee. You used to even get a free newspaper, and you get discounts on different products around the store as well. So it's a bit like this product would normally be £2.35, but if you're a Waitrose family member, you get it for £2.25, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want free tea and coffee and great savings as well from Waitrose, this is not a paid for sponsorship, I promise, and well, get yourself a Waitrose card. Dead simple to get off the website. You click on IKEA Family, sign yourself up, and not IKEA Family. You click on Waitrose card and then you sign yourself up, and yeah, away you go. You start making some savings and you get a free coffee each day that you're buying some bits and pieces. Perfect. Right, anyway, I'm going to go back to making my soup now, which I just bought because it's cold out and I need something warm inside me. That sounds wrong. Alright, I've just been told that the hall that we should be doing circus in tonight is actually being used for something else because it's part of a school, so we can't get in there. So I've had to cancel tonight's circuit training session. However, I have been able to give Joe a session he can do at home, and he can do plyometrics at home. He's a high jumper, so that's going to work really well for him. It kind of works in line with the session I was going to give him anyway, just sadly I won't be there to watch him throw up. One of those things. Anyway, I don't know what to do with my spare couple of hours now. It is a nice evening, but I've missed golden hour, so I can't go out with the camera, and I don't know what to do now. What should I do with myself? I'm a bit lost now. I hate it when this happens. I might just go out for a walk. Alright then guys, it might be chilly out, but it's a nice fresh walk, and it gives me a chance to chat to you lot as well a little bit about all the changes and everything that are happening on YouTube at the moment. Quite a lot of people are talking about them in videos, saying how YouTube will not admit to mistakes they're making, and they've made changes to algorithms and all sorts of stuff. You might have noticed yourself maybe my videos are popping up in your sub box. Those of you who are watching still, thank you very much for doing so, it's much appreciated. And a lot of bigger YouTubers, bigger creators and content creators are losing subs on a regular basis every time they upload a video, and I'm the same. I lose about 2 or 3 subscribers every time I upload a video. Some of the bigger guys are losing like hundreds of subscribers every time they put a video out on their channel, and it's not through the content being crap, it's just through the fact that YouTube's algorithms and the programming that they've put in place have made some pretty significant changes that probably aren't for the best, unfortunately. And yeah, that's just the way it is with YouTube at the moment. Every 3 years they tend to go through a bit of a change. They decide to make a complete platform alteration, and this is the 3-year point after the last one, and they're going to make that massive alteration yet again. You might have seen some people's videos talking about what they're going to do. They're going to kind of almost become a bit like an Instagram feed, where creators can put photographs with a link and a description underneath the photograph into people's subscription feeds, so you can re-push your content out to people, which is, I don't know, it seems like quite a pretty good idea to me, being able to re-push your content to people. The only downside being is that, if you don't already know this, sorry if I'm teaching you to suck eggs, social media outlets, YouTube isn't the only one, LinkedIn, Facebook, all these places, when people put content out, what they do is they push it out to 5% of their potential audience. So they look at your subscription feed and they go, right, okay, these guys watch on a regular basis, we'll definitely push it out to them, and then we'll make up the rest of the 5% from a few other channels that might possibly look at the content, or may have looked at something that's similar to it or connected to the title or what have you. Then if those 5% are actually active and share the content and leave comments and like it and enjoy it and actually watch it all the way through, then they push it out a little bit further to about another 20% of the potential population of your subscriptions, and they just keep doing that and dribbling it out until they get to the 100% mark. However, if they knock it out to 5% on your first publish and those people don't watch it, a bit like with my content and stuff like that, then the sad thing is they don't push it anymore, which is why people's content doesn't end up in other people's sub feeds. So if you are ever watching somebody on a regular basis and their content doesn't end up in your sub feed, it's because either number one, you don't watch them on a regular basis, or number two, what you have been watching doesn't make their content relevant to what you should be watching. Basically, YouTube are telling you what you should be watching. It's really weird. Anyway, don't worry about it. Everyone's been talking about it. I'm going to continue making content. I couldn't care less. It amazes me every single day that you guys choose to watch what I make, because I make this content for me and Susanna and my family to be able to look back on and watch and go, wow, look at what we did then, look at what we did here, look at what we did there, all that kind of stuff, because we've managed to capture some pretty amazing moments in the last 5 years, from holidays to getting engaged to our wedding day, our honeymoon. We've got a big adventure starting next year. There's all sorts of many adventures that are going to come up in the future, and I want to really kind of be able to sit back and watch them again and go, God, do you remember that? Do you remember this? Do you remember the other? And it's just amazing that you guys are along for the journey as well. Anyway, I blabbed on for 4 minutes and 20 seconds now. I'm going to get myself home. Right, now I'm back into doing exercise on a daily basis and doing a lot more cardio and running before every session and at the end of every session to warm up and cool down. I'm trying to sort out my diet a little bit as well, and I'm trying to keep it protein high during the day, so I'm having things like tuna and stuff like that for lunch, beans as well, which is quite a good one, or just generally meat. Try not to snack on crap, which is really hard for me because that's what I do. I'll buy a bag of sweets and sit and eat them all, or a bag of crisps or chocolate biscuits, and yeah, just stuff that is really, really bad for you. So I'm trying to snack on healthy stuff. So right now I have a plate with some carrot on it, some apple, and some cheese. Just a little bit of cheese, not a lot of cheese. Don't want too much, don't want my cholesterol going sky high, but I do want something with a little bit of flavour in there and a little bit of fat. So yeah, that's my snack for today and tonight. Really dull. But I'm trying so hard to get a few of these extra pounds off that I've put on from basically working, because I'm working all the time, and when you're on set and stuff like that, the food is not healthy. It could be, but you kind of choose for it not to be. So like the other day, it was bacon sandwiches. The time when I was on the trawler, we had a fairly healthy breakfast, but the night before that we'd not eaten particularly healthy. We'd had a few drinks as well, and when we were on set that week as well at another place, we'd had some fairly unhealthy stuff. And I need to try and get myself back on the health train, especially when I'm working on set and working on shoots. So tomorrow I'm in London filming at the Lyric Theatre all day. I've got to try and get myself some healthy snacks, or at least take some with me or find some while I'm on set, so that I'm not eating rubbish, because the last thing I need is tomorrow morning to wake up, go and have a coffee and pick up a bacon sandwich as well at the same time, because that would just ruin all the hard work. In the meantime, apple. Okay, time for a spot of dinner.